Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Malcolm, and you're on MBD Bushcraft and Survival. Now, I want to talk to you guys about some knives. I got a bunch of folding knives right here that I wanted to share with you. This is a box that I also got off Amazon. It zips up. It's a way that I store all of my knives. I love this box, very high quality. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to tell you right now, I don't know the model of a lot of these knives, but if you see them and you want one, you should be able to tell just by looking at it. I know the brand name, of course. This is a Ganzo knife. A lot of you guys might not know about Ganzo. Why is it not focusing? Let me see. Focus. There we go. Ganzo. This is a Chinese ripoff. The only problem is it's so quality that you almost have to get one. At least that's how I felt. The knife is extremely sharp and it's a very beautiful knife. It was about $20. Now, please, somebody tell me how you're able to get a knife like this for 20 bucks with that type of action, this type of profile. I think the clip on here is strong. It's a great looking knife. I don't know how they do it, man, because a knife like this in America, if you were to have something like this in America from a brand name company, you know, you're looking at $200-300 a knife. But I digress. We can go on and on about that. But that's a Ganzo. Here's another Ganzo. Like I said, I don't know the names of these, like the specific make and model or whatever, but you can look it up online and you'll see one that looks just like this. This is the Ganzo. You see the action? You see the deep pocket carry, the clip? You see it, like it's just, this was also 20 bucks. It was $20, man. So I know a lot of guys are like, man, you buying Chinese clones, don't buy Chinese ripoffs and da-da-da-da. You know, buy something that's, buy something that's made in America. You know how many things I bought that's made in America, man? And you mean to tell me I can't use my hard-earned money to buy a couple other little things from time to time, guys? This knife is $20. This is another Ganzo. $25. It's very nice. I wish I could tell you there was something wrong with it. I wish I could, but I just can't. They did a really great job. All of these knives are D2 steel, if I'm not mistaken, which is a pretty good steel. Here's another Ganzo. This one is really slick. Real nice action on this one, real smooth. Sharp. Look at that. Very thin, real nice slicer. It almost disappears when I turn it like this. Gone. But this bad boy here, and it almost has what feels like a micarta scale on here, which is, it can't be real micarta, but hell, maybe it is. Maybe these Chinese manufacturers figured out a way to give you everything you want for $20. I don't know how, but whew. See, when I see stuff like this, I personally think you should go ahead and get you a few of them. Here's another knife, but this, I can promise you, is not a Ganzo, but it's still a Chinese ripoff because it's ripping off of one of the other companies. Like this knife would usually be like $200-300, but I bought it for like $45. As you can see, it's something to behold, because for you to have something like this where they created this. They studied what we did, and then they completely mimic it. For them to be able to completely do that, and then it come out this quality, to me, it's only one thing that could possibly happen. I think this is on some world domination type stuff, man. That's what they want to do. And I guess I'm helping them by buying these knives. I have a lot of American-made knives, guys. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, this isn't Ganzo, but this is another company. I can't remember the name of it. It was only 45 bucks. It mimics a knife that's very similar, a very tactical knife that's similar. That's about $200-300. I didn't have the money to pay for that. I just don't. I don't have the type of money to buy the type of knives I want, guys. Because if I spent $200-300 for each knife, you mean to tell me I gotta wait? I don't like waiting. I don't. Bring the prices of these knives down. Oh man, that's supposed to. This is another Ganzo. As you can see, it's clearly mimicking the Spyderco. It was $20. Call me crazy, man, but call me crazy, but it's just, you know, you can't deny the fact that these knives shouldn't be this cheap. This is also a Ganzo knife, which is mimicking one of the popular American brand knives. You can clearly see that even the scales on here, you know, these were, well, I'm not sure where this idea was created, but it's kind of like a camouflage Minecraft block thingy going on. Very clean, very nice. I like it, man. And I'm not sure what this locking mechanism is, but when this came out, this was actually a big deal. And so a lot of the expensive knives had it. Not anymore. Not anymore. I don't know, maybe the patent ran out on a lot of these knives. This right here was one of my first folding knives. This is a Kershaw. What is this? I can't remember the name of it, but I got it on Amazon. It's a Kershaw. For some reason, it's hard. It was hard for me to keep this thing sharp, man. I gotta figure out how to get it sharp. I have a sharpening stone. That's hard as hell to be able to use. Sharpening stones are tough, man. You gotta really know what you're doing with that stuff. So I went out and bought one of those Ken Onion. It's like a motorized sharpener. And so that thing works. It works great. You still got to know what you're doing. So you kind of have to experiment a little bit, but I'm gonna sharpen this up. I don't want to waste a lot of time on that. But like I said, this was one of the first knives I got. One of the first folding knives. I like it. Kershaw. You're gonna see another Kershaw a little bit later in the video. This is actually a Roxxon. Very interesting little knife here. It doesn't really flip out, but you can do a one-hand opening on it. Pretty nice design. Roxxon, I think they're also a Chinese-made company. I'm not sure. This was only about $25, $30. Not very expensive. The thing I like about this, though, is it has these scissor attachments. And these bad boys cut. They actually cut. You got to be careful because I did pinch myself, like right up in here. I was cutting some hedges out in the front yard. Pinched the hell out of myself. Because, you know, as you're cutting, you're pressing down with a lot of force. Man, that thing caught my finger. I mean, caught this fat meat right here. Right in, whoo, messed me up, man. So that's Roxxon. All right, well, let's move on over. Got a few more knives that I wanted to show you guys. This right here, this one shouldn't even be in here. It's by Gerber. I need to almost throw this in the trash, but I'll never throw a knife away. This one is it's the Kershaw Blur. It came in a pack. I'm sorry. It's a Gerber whatever. I don't even know the name of this Gerber. It came in a pack. I got it from Sam's Club. If you're in a survival situation, will this help you? Yes. Yes, this will help you defend yourself. Absolutely. But at the same time, guys, other than that, it's no utility. You can't really flip it. It feels like the lock is not, like it's barely even locking. You don't hear a click. It's kind of like just a bare. I like to hear that loud, audible crack. That's what I like. But hey, it is what it is. The clip for the pocket carry is kind of, but it is very thin, very low profile on it. So I keep it around. Here's another Ganzo, and I got to go to work in a minute. No. This isn't a Ganzo. This is a, what is this? Citivian. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of this. I think this is also a Chinese-made knife. One of the Chinese clone manufacturers or whatever. I will say that, they advertise this as micarta scales. I don't know about that, guys. Feels more like a bamboo. I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. It's kind of lightweight. It doesn't flip out as well as I'd like. It's kind of hard to get a good purchase on it, but it's decent. It's decent. It was also about $25 or so, 25, $30. It's nothing to sneeze at. For $30, I think you'll do just fine. Here's another one. This is another Chinese-made company, I think. F and Grow or EF. Yeah, EF. This bad boy right here, I like it a lot. If I can just get it to, yeah. It takes some getting used to. But this is a badass knife, man. I'm just telling you, because I love the blade. I like the profile. I think it's actually pretty cool. It's D2 steel. I'm not sure what knife has been cloned here, but I know some knife guys out there who can tell right away which one. Oh, see, look at that. Which one is being referenced? When you look at it, you can tell, oh, they tried to clone the such and such and such and such. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. I need to probably tighten this up. But again, I'm doing all this with one hand. But you see how smooth it is. Look at that. You see how smooth it is. It's just a little weird that a knife would be that smooth and only $25. But that's that Chinese manufacturing for you. I think it's getting to the point where a lot of that stuff is actually becoming quality. Because if you remember back in the day, this is the Kershaw Blur, by the way. If you remember back in the day, man, you could get something from China, yes. And would it be cheaper? Less expensive? Absolutely. Would it be cheap? Yeah. It'd fall apart on you. Not now. Now, things are a little bit different. Now, they're actually starting to come out with some stuff that's like inexpensive and quality. Now, are they making it in a sweatshop? Are these people slaves over there? They're not paying them any wages? You would hope not. But we don't know. We see it on Amazon. I'm like, hey, put it in the cart. Kershaw Blur. One of the smoothest actions on any kind of folding knife. This is an extremely popular knife. I do believe it's a Ken Onion design. Listen to me. I sound like I know what I'm talking about. This bad boy is nice. It's a kind of expensive though. I think I paid like $80 for this. I love the way that You know, this little flipper part, it's like at a slant. You can tell a lot of thought went into creating this knife. And then you got, this is very it's grippy. It's real grippy. So when you're grabbing it, you know you got it. All you got to do is barely touch that, and it's flipping out. It's flipping out, man. You can tell it's assisted by something. Something is a spring or something in there that's pushing that thing out and making it pop out there like that. And I love it. I think it's pretty awesome. And now we're gonna get towards the back of the knives. Now I do believe that all of these that I'm gonna show you really quickly are Ganzo. These are all Ganzo knives. Look at that. This is a slicer. It's pretty smooth. Very, very sharp. I would get some paracord just to kind of show you guys. You see the action on it. This is all one-handed. Very slick. Very smooth. I've had these knives for like 6 months to a year. You know, I pull them out sometimes. This is also a Ganzo. I guess it's kind of replicating the Spyderco, you know, because this right here, this Spyderco, that's what they do. That's like their signature. But not anymore, man. That junk must have flat out, patent must have ran out, something. But, you know, I try to flip it like one-handed like this, but yeah, you can. It's just a little difficult. I like the way it allows you to kind of choke up on here. This thing is very, very sharp, and it's very thin right at the tip. It almost made me think that it might be bent, but the more I looked at it, I'm like, it doesn't look bent. It's just so thin. Like you could probably cut the skin off a tomato with this thing, or a grape. So I like that knife, and it was only like $18. Here's another Ganzo. You know, this one is nice as well. It's got a really nice action. This is kind of one of the first ones I bought as well. You know, it's just, it is what it is. I think this is mimicking another knife that I don't know the name of, but all of these Ganzo, whatever it's called, I don't know. Yeah, this one is not quite as smooth, but they're all clones. They're clones, man. It's the age of the clones, bro. And what's the thing about clones? Well, a good clone, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. That's what a clone is. A clone is something that's a complete replica. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think that's a little smoother than that. There we go. I need to oil it up a little bit. Or maybe I need to loosen it up or play around with it a little bit more just from use. But this is like the cleaver style Ganzo, and I'm not sure which knife this is mimicking either. But you'd be hard pressed, man, to tell me that's not impressive. This is impressive. You go out in the woods, man, you get you a steak or a T-bone or something. Food prep. You're not going to be able to like baton wood. I mean, you would be really silly to try to do that. But anything dealing with food prep, if you guys hunt, you know, I don't hunt, but I'm pretty sure this is going to slice right through any kind of hide. So you'll be able to skin game and all that other stuff very, very easily. And just throw it in your pack. And it is what it is, man. If you lose one, oh well. It's 20 bucks. You still don't want to lose them, but I'm just saying. Here's another Ganzo. This is much more robust. This is kind of heavy, actually. Hell, you might be able to baton with this. I doubt it. If you do, boy, that wood better be very, very thin. I wouldn't trust it. But it's a sharp knife. You know, it tends to kind of stop right there. Then you got to push it down. So That's the thing about this one. I had high hopes for this one because I actually like this one, but it just when you pull it down, it kind of gets stuck right there. And I doubt very seriously if you can call up Ganzo and say, "Hey, do you guys have a lifetime warranty?" They'll laugh at you. Say, "Man, that knife was $20. You better stop bothering us." Here's another one. This is kind of similar to the one I showed you earlier in the orange, but it's a Ganzo, sharp as hell. I don't really like the pocket clip, but it is what it is. More for slicing, food prep, things like that. Just to kind of like an everyday kind of knife or whatever. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you today. You know, America, when these prices gonna come down for some of these knives, man? When are we gonna start getting some knives in the, some good quality knives in the $30, $40 range? Y'all comment down below, man. Let me know. Am I missing something? It's the same thing with multi-tools, man. It's the same thing with multi-tools. Like, I love Leatherman. I have a Leatherman Surge. I got a Leatherman P4. I think I got like a Leatherman Squirt or one of them. Like, I got a bunch of Leathermans. But each one of them was like $140, $130. I'm like, but then you go online, you look around, man, you got, these Chinese made clones. And I bought a few of them actually, because they're only $20, $30 a piece. And I'm looking at them, I'm using them. I'm like, wait, this thing is nice. It gets the job done. So we got to do something about that. I mean, we could get mad about it. We could say, man, don't buy, stuff from China. But, you could say that. But what about what I want, man? Like, I can't buy nothing. I got to be able to buy what I want. I think the marketplace is pretty much telling us that the Chinese clone is getting too good. That's what the marketplace is telling us. So what do? We have to make our products better. This is MBD Bushcraft and Survival, and I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and comment, subscribe, and I'm going to holler at you guys next time, man. Peace.